the legend of Age of Mythology, the Mista, is back on the Age of Empires 4 grind. Is it going to be an unfaithful, a painful occurrence for LaSh, or is the German legend of that community going to be able to slay a historical beast, the Age of community? Best of three, crackety. Ooh, yeah.
This is interesting because just in the last tournament as well, we had LaSh versus Mista as well during, I believe it was the qualifiers for the King of the Rockies 2. Yeah, exactly. They've been facing off there as well. So Mista is one of those players where his strategies are always hidden. He always comes up with off-meta strategies to try and catch his opponent off guard. LaSh has faced off against him recently, very recently, just last week or the week before. Maybe this gives him a chance, because Mista, even though he just returned to Age of Empires 4, he is still an absolute giant in the scene. Like, the skills, this man did not rust.
It's also the brain, the imagination. You know, there's been a Lancastrian strat taken over that I'm sure Mista's all too aware of, because it's essentially a blast from his past, right? You remember the old Abbey of Kings Mass Horseman build for him. There's a new version on the block involving Lords and Hobbler, and I think it might be the one that gets Lancaster nerfed. You've probably caught it occasionally on my streams, Crackety. I'm baffled every single time I see it. It's more disgusting than the last.
I've played it myself and against it a couple of times. Like, I think it's... I'm gonna bite the bullet here and I think it's fine. I think it's genuinely fine.
It's... Originally I was like, no, it's good, it's reasonable. And the more I see... I think yesterday, actually, I think it was, we saw 15 units stop a fast castle build from Order of the Dragon. Just 15. Yeah, but... deserved, I want to say. Oh no, that was my feeling at times. Like, you know, on the one side, I'm like, you shouldn't just be able to naked fast castle like this. But also, I can't think of any other Civ that would have hit that kind of timing so cleanly, because it's so cheap as well with the Hobbler.
They are very affordable, and it's nice having this unit with like the immediate 3 pierce armor, even if its damage is absolutely underwhelming. But having 3 pierce armor, it's worth so much. You know, it immediately becomes worthwhile.
The crazy thing, though, is, like, I think the lower damage is maybe overstated, because their DPS on Chase is equal to Horseman because of the quicker attack speed, right? Because, like, you ever watch people with Hobbler? Like, they just kind of strike and move a bit more fluidly than the Horseman pokes do.
Yes and no. Like, there's like... It always depends on the unit, of course, that they're fighting off against. So I would agree that they're much more specialized in that manner up against archers. And if you're able to isolate the archers with the Hobblers, then yeah, they do incredibly well there still. But if you just mix in a couple of spearmen at the front line, like the Hobblers barely tickle against the spearmen, and the spearmen, they do reasonably quick work of them. So it's like one of those situations where, sure, it does its countering job against range units incredibly well, but anything else, it's a lot worse than normal horseman up against. So I think that's fine. That's like the value proposition there. And of course, it's a unit that actually costs gold. So I think the unit is incredibly fine. I love the macro play behind it, though. Like, players just experimenting, doing different things here and there with the civilization. Like, of course, at the beginning, we always had, like, only the Lancaster castle, of course, being there. But players now going back into the Lords of Lancaster, and also we're seeing some really annoying plays with, like, players making only Earl's guards. Just, like... KP, the unit isn't fair. The unit,
it's
like...
ridiculous.
What is the value proposition? I just don't understand, like, from a design perspective, where you're going at the unit. Okay, so this is a men-at-arms. Men-at-arms are typically slow. We make this unit fast. This is a men-at-arm. It's typically melee. We give it a ranged special attack with, like, 16 base damage on the ranged attack, with, like, way more range than a normal archer unit.
Field crossbows. You can count... Oh, wait, no. The dagger throws are killing my crossbows.
And we give it the same cost as a normal men-at-arms. Like, at least make it cost like 5 more gold. Give it any differential. Like, there's one thing in where they're different, but I think that's like legitimately just a typical developer blunder. Is that elite Earl's guards only have only have 5 pierce armor instead of 6 pierce armor like normal men at arms. And I think it's just because the Civ got I think it's only because the Civ got designed when they changed that elite gives an additional pierce armor and they just forgot to add it for Earl's guards. That's my genuine belief. I think they just forgot it.
Well, maybe. Yeah, the other thing with them as well is like the dagger throw. It's really good in castle, and there's meant to be the skill point for an Imperial, but I feel like I've never really seen it be good in Imperial, you know, with the AoE damage.
I've seen it be really good at times. Like
I think it's got a Zutsu blast though, right? Is that why? Because it has AoE, but I think it's just like a Zutsu where it should be good with LaSh, but...
The thing is that you're suddenly throwing 2 daggers instead of just 1.
Yeah.
So that's immediately like double the damage in theory that's coming out. And like in mass, like when you're getting to those late like slugfest trash unit fights, that's when it suddenly becomes incredibly strong. Like just having like 30 Earl's guards at once throwing those daggers into a group of archers, and you just suddenly see half the archers of your opponent dying instantly. It's incredibly fun, incredibly rewarding gameplay, I want to say, and incredibly toxic for the opponent that has to mold against a single unit composition, beating everything you try to make against it.
I mean, the big problem is still the castle time, right? Like the way I described it to really conceptualize the absurdity. You gave all the different numbers, everything else, right? I see it even simpler than that. Like, what's the classic counter to a men-at-arms rush? Build a wall, idiot. You can't build and sustain walls against Earl's Guard. You know what I mean? Like, you can hold back a men-at-arms wave for a bit by repairing. If you try and repair, you just get killed. I remember when we had the test server, and that was the first thing I'd done to someone, and they'd walled, and I was like, haha, dagger throw, dead. You just can't stop them. Their timing is vicious. So I'm curious to see what LaSh is going to do. I know what Mista's like. Like, if there's any Civ that you can kind of sit there theory crafting, right? Lancaster is one of those thriving, booming Civs right now because we've seen so many new builds rapidly coming through after people stopped just building that stupid castle and playing SimCity.
All right, I believe that it is time. I'm glad these 2 players gave us a lot to talk about before this first game, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be starting with this best of 3 between TheMista up against LaSh, and we do have the House of Lancaster Dark Age Rush opening here. So we are going to see action immediately from the get-go. And now, LaSh with the Byzantines here. Do we have... Oh, look at that. Immediately 3 villagers under... He realized something's up. He realized the potential here with the Dark Age Rush. 3 villagers on gold means... Yeah, he sees the Spearman as well immediately.
He's gathering berries as well. This is Hippodrome. Yeah, so, like, smart read. Like, you're up against Lancaster. Lancaster is actually one of the best spear rushing civs in the early game. Courtesy of 2 things, right? Like, 1, because it's essentially English, you normally don't expect your opponent to play spears because there's no counter value for them, right? They get short bowed. 2, that 20% gathering speed buff on sheep is crazy in the early game. It allows you to gather quicker from sheep than you would from deer.
Yeah. It's also like one of the reasons why you only need 3 villagers with House of Lancaster to sustain villager production on sheep.
Sure. And it's, you know what the funniest part is, like, the devs are like, they're gonna run out of sheep quickly, so they gave them 4 extra sheep to start with.
Just why? 4 more, like an additional 800 food. Sometimes you just don't know where exactly they came up with these ideas. It's an interesting one.
Where in their mind it made sense. You're like, it's like they're going to run out of sheep too quickly. Yeah, because their brain would have been like,
I can't.
With the way that scouting rotations work at the start, they might run out of sheep too quickly otherwise. But
what?
Like,
nah.
You see it, right? Like, if you think about the way that scout rotations have evolved, you know, it really is who can be more efficient before coming back. That's why, like, Abbasis, Delhi, etc. have always been insane for the berry start, because they technically can just snatch away all the sheep. And if we're being totally fair, if there's one thing that, like, most people agree on they'd love to still see changed, it's sheep because of the spawn patterns, right? Like, that can decide a game in the first 5 minutes.
So
Mista
right now...
actuality is broken.
Yeah. I mean, Mista right now, all he can really do is torch down This mining camp here. It's interesting, he hasn't actually gone around to the side to deny LaSh from picking from the outer berries, because like this, LaSh is going to be immediately able to afford mercenaries.
Yeah, I mean, curious why he finds more value in the gold compared to this. Just like, there is an opening. You could at least try and idle the villagers as well, even if you can't kill them. Just forcing them back, but also forcing them to attack you. It's definitely worthwhile.
This also gives us an excellent insight into just how bad berries are. Because even though Mista invested into 2 spearmen and a barracks in the Dark Age, he has the same age-up timing as LaSh.
I think you're being unfair about the sheep buff gathering rate there, Crack. Once again,
but it's also 10% from...
quicker.
Yeah, but it's also 10% for the Byzantines, right? Like with the...
So you're getting
with
half.
The cistern. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's a bonus versus bonus. Game is game.
Are you trying to get berries buffed? Are you entering like your Abbasid
No. We don't need to go that far. They got good enough berries.
Yeah, like they.
If anything, nerf that.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're trying to get berries in general buff, which has me wondering if you're entering like an Abbasid phase, right? You're done with the Mongol TC boom, the Chinese. Now it's time to.
Still other things to be figured out.
That's true, but like in fairness, berries did get a little bit of a buff a while ago, right? They went from 0.66 to 0.69 to compensate for the ecotech changes.
Yeah, crazy change. Berries now unhinged.
Berries actually good. Not as good as Prime Meat, I'm afraid. If you could give me a choice between a plate of berries and a plate of prime beef.
Unless you're Japan.
Then, yeah, Japan is technically the best food gatherer on berries in the game.
If only berries were... I want to say, if there was more of them for Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking, what if Coca Township had that? As a pug. Because like you mean like something.
Okay, yeah. Does it need something? It definitely needs like a passive. Yeah, I would agree. I think it's like something passive. I would love for Coca Township to allow you to make shinobis from barracks as well.
So I think that would be broken, but I did like the idea of later in the game you being able to build them out of the castles. Right? It's like it's very niche, but at least Coca comes back into the picture because. You never see it have relevance in Imperial otherwise, like because Shinobi
and being able to jump over stone walls in late game is kind of a good, fun interaction that players are totally gonna love and be fine with.
Absolutely. I mean, like if you didn't like it, you should have just built more walls, idiot. Like, come on.
Yeah, just build a second layer, but make sure that it's outside of the Shunshin range. Wouldn't want them to like double jump over walls.
And then what we do is we fully rip off Stronghold and add the ability to capture people's gates. Right, and then it's just the assassin from Stronghold Crusader. Maybe even just actually give him a little grapple to climb up the wall. We do have longbows coming through, by the way. LaSh ambitiously went for the stone when there's still spears around. So there's a little bit of a delay before we'll actually be able to get boys after there.
Yeah. No respect to those. But we do have Mista just going for the lords here and some spearmen.
Wait, he's just spamming spears. I mean, he does see horsemen,
but there's the stables. Stables coming in now as well.
Yeah.
Look at how strong these lords are. Like, the melee damage on them is just insane.
The attack speed is horrible, but yes, the damage is brilliant.
16 damage. It's...
Let's maybe focus on the more important thing. 230 HP. That has more health than a castle gilded men-at-arms.
It's all combined, right? Like, 16 damage. Like...
And
it's
now
crazy.
They have scaling armor. Remember, that was a buff they got because no one wanted to play them because they sucked when you went castle. Because they had more health, but they had no more armor, so they just died still. But now they're great for feudal and castle, Crackety.
Yeah, just good all around. Good all around.
And let's not forget, that is elite army tactics health in feudal age. That's how you have to really think about it.
It's just crazy when you look at it throughout the game, right? Like all your units having plus 20% HP. Once you get to Castle Age, your knights immediately have plus 20% HP as well.
I think for knights it's less so, because like knights you want to raid with, right? Like you want things that directly contest. What I'm waiting to see is an ultra late Lords of Lancaster mass Earlsguard build in Imperial. I've yet to see a player get to that stage fully committed, because elite army tactics twice on Earlsguard with 4 castles. Just think about that.
I'm thinking.
Are you vomiting? You should be. It's disgusting to think about.
Yeah.
So's this.
I'm definitely feeling something. I'm not sure if it's that or the KFC I ate today, but yeah.
Careful, that might be coming up soon. I don't know if that would make your monitor finger looking good. But
It'll come up one way or another.
I mean, that's what happens when you watch too many Hobbler strats, because it is happening. Mista, I knew this would be the build he'd want to come back and play, man. Like, his signature English Abbey of Kings, remember.
It's so good against the army composition that LaSh went for as well.
Yep. I mean, it's weird because, like, I see this a lot. It's worst horseman versus best horseman, right? Because you've got Hippodrome. But the amount of times I'm seeing worst horseman win is crazy. It's always these Lancastrian hobbies.
I'm not sure with Triumph, but yeah, I agree. I've seen a lot as well. Just the mass of Hobblars against fewer normal horsemen being quite scary. And of course, you always have the ability of healing up the Hobblars again with the landmark that you have, with the Abbey of Kings. So it's great value there, every single engagement throughout it all.
Yeah,
they take so long to kill each other. Like, you have the opportunity to just leisurely take the horseman out and heal it up again.
And I think that's the key thing, right? It's like the extra health makes sure it takes so long to clear the front line. Just having more bodies allows you to flood the flanks with the Hobblar, right? It is extremely rare in a cav on cav to see a situation where Hobblars aren't leaking around on the outskirts of the fight. Right now, they are leaking round to the back berries. I love this. Mista, this is a distraction, so probably wants to get hit or poke before he jumps in, because he's hitting the back berries as we speak. And
there's the potential, though. Akratoy should be coming in. It's not. Why is it not?
No, wait.
Is it on cooldown?
And he's target firing the villagers, so he goes 1-to-1. There you go. So strikes one, pokes the second.
Okay, it has been used, but just as defense.
But this is how you use Hobblar, right? Like, I think the mistake people make sometimes is, like, you know, with Horseman, usually at that point, you're like A-click, A-click, A-click. It's really good for Horseman, but for Hobblar, you mentioned earlier, the damage is low. You want to target fire, especially if your opponent's not going to turn around and shivs out.
Yeah. And when you have 5 Hobblars and, you know, even with the 2 base armor from Akratoy, you're still going to be able to 2-shot the villagers.
And the other thing is, like, the difference in attack speed. Like, these guys attack 0.25 quicker. That's really important when you've got these infantry units running away from you. It means you spend less time standing on the spot, so you're actually closer for the follow-up strike.
Ash this time did pull the villagers away from the berries in advance. So isn't going to lose any villagers there, but might lose villagers on the gold still. An outpost, we mentioned it. 3 Pierce armor Hobblars are way more likely to dive outposts.
Yeah, ranged armor coming in for Mista, while LaSh does not have steeled arrow. Like, these guys, the only thing that could kill them is horsemen, and right now, those horsemen are going to be 2-to-1 in the fight.
This is also, like, just looking at the counters, right? Like, LaSh has only horsemen longbows. Horsemen don't counter any unit here. Longbows counter a spearman, so LaSh has 1 counter unit, Mista has 2.
Yeah.
3 if you count the Lord of Lancaster as well. It's just a counter against anything there.
He suckered him into the horseman, right? Like, you don't have to go yeoman for this work. The funny thing is you can, right? Yeoman plus Hobblar is actually effective because it balances out your economy. Cheaper horseman, more expensive archer. But this is a smart read by Mista. He opened spearman. He knew that Byzantines, they don't want to build archers. They want to get lombos, which is so much slower to scale up, especially when you don't go Grand Winery.
I'm thinking right now what LaSh win condition is, and I think, yeah, okay, he's making it. He's making some Limitani. I think you need, like, at least 10 of them at the moment. And even then, I think you gotta wait for dive from Mista and then fight with Akratoy. I think there's no other way to survive the next fight.
LaSh, I mean, in terms of systems, right, the nice thing is if you do find your way towards the Golden Horn Tower, that's when things really just ramp up with the quick research speeds and the free mercenaries. But you see, this is why Mista just keeping up in his face. Like, he's waiting for that moment. I've seen so many Byzantine players recently die because they tried to tech against this build.
Hobblars, they're always just looking, always looking out there.
It's like
There's just
like
so
a
much
shop.
passive
It's a
idle
shoplifter,
time.
isn't it? Right? It's like, what are you doing? Just looking. Just looking. Is he looking? Okay, quick. Let's steal something. Is he watching? No? Okay, let's steal something. Oh, wait. Nope, just looking.
God.
Window shopping.
Oh, whoa, what's this?
Whoa. What are you... Stealing? Who? Not me.
Is that a what's the is that a Toblerone in your pocket?
Nope. Nope.
Just have just
I'm pretty sure there's a Toblerone, like it's twice the size of your pocket. Nope. Nope. I'm just really happy to see you.
If it's not a Toblerone, I'm gonna call a doctor.
You better. But make sure you get an ambulance for you. The Hobbler count out to 34.
Oh man, still have to be so careful here though.
I mean, the Matana count is good from LaSh, and
There we go. Look at this now.
This is so toxic. So remember what we said about Hobbler into Yeoman? It actually economically balances itself out because the Hobblars are 33% cheaper than Horsemen, while Yeoman are, was it 20% more expensive than Archers? That's a pretty good deal if you think about it.
Yeah, and just having so much health on them as well means that LaSh, his longbows are gonna need like an additional volley in order to kill one of these Yeomen.
Yeah,
Potentially in these fights.
3 extra shots for a standard archer.
Oh my god, look at the Hobbler army! He's just gonna start torching buildings.
Hey,
Just torch the sister.
I'm definitely not here to steal things.
Oh, no. Definitely not. Oh, he could get caught there, though.
Horseman, great grab. Mista does end up losing,
Loses
what,
1,
3?
2.
Should be 4.
Just 2, 3. There we go, and now the 4th. Yeah.
Nice little find there, but LaSh kept on guard. After a fight like
and
that...
now he can age up.
Exactly. Like,
This
LaSh
is the timing.
played so well. So well.
This could have been so much worse for him, but now there's going to be an excellent timing on the Golden Horn Tower. And just look at how many resources he still has in bank. These upgrades are going to be coming in so quickly upon hitting the age up.
Oh, mate, he might actually get just as much as the Hobbler's got, with just 3. Yeah, he's going to get a double kill there. That was fantastic. And remember, LaSh has resisted the ring. He has not pressed that button. He's got a fat stack of triumph waiting to roll.
He needs to run, though. He needs to run. He cannot take a fight yet.
Yeah, man. They'll be able to find a few. Probably 2. Oh, nice.
Should be. Oh,
no, it's not. Formation shuffling is broken.
So quick.
Like, it needs to go.
They're just running, man. They're just outrunning them.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, like, Nike was a Greek brand, but apparently so. These boys run fast. So, Hobbler is still encircling. Tech up just happened, but against this many Limitane, I mean, he's going to try to go.
Look at how quickly the upgrades are coming in, though. Look at how quickly these upgrades are coming in. They're just zooming through.
But this is ridiculous, too. Like, the idle time, the kills on top. Like, he's slowly killing Mista off. LaSh, he needs to just defend now. He's got the veterans
on both sides.
He'll have them in time.
Do mind you, Akratoy gets automatically upgraded as well with the age up.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more effective now as well. It's going to be +3 armor.
Damage, isn't it? Or
it's everything.
Yeah.
It's damage and armor.
But now, the messy fight is on the way. A big mosh pit. Mista, he's got a lot of Yeomen to try clear the Limitane, but the upgrades are already through. Varangian also being queued up here. A hold in the choke points, the Limitane spread out. He will not let his economy be accessed that easily. He's bogged down in the buildings. Mista is trying to sneak around, but a small group of spearmen held in reserve stops him. Jumps instead onto the longbows. Mista, he's still got the health here. The Lords, they have not been sniped yet. One goes down. Finally, some health is removed from the equation. But LaSh, he's got the first few Varangian coming through. The Hobbler, they jump in. They're bogged down on spears now. The whole eco is still working throughout all of this.
Mista
is not able to find the killing blow.
Yeah, indeed. And now, I mean, LaSh, the timing for the age up, having just enough resource for pretty much everything here behind it up on hitting that age up, able to bide his time. And now Mista, he needs to find the age up somehow.
He's got the manas to assist him. He's got a lot of gold. His food is the problematic element for him right now. I think he's still got berries at the back, so there is a way. And also, LaSh, the only thing left is longbows, which with Golden Horn Tower makes sense. So it's not an army that's going to quickly attack. But Mista did lose a lot for that fight. He has got what he needs for an age up. And I wonder, yeah, has to be White Tower. He's going to use it well, though. We talked about a need for food. That White Tower is going to solve it.
There we go. Yeah, White Tower forward here. Also protecting gold, of course. Immediately getting 3 men-at-arms will help him quite a bit tempo-wise as well, as LaSh is trying to push a little bit forward. Then again, LaSh does have +2 level pierce damage, so Even men-at-arms are going to have a tough time immediately against that.
Has LaSh been using Triumph at all, by the way? I don't think he has.
I'm not sure. Can we check the... Oh, he hasn't used it at all.
I felt it in that last fight.
46 points. Yeah, that's a lot of value.
And he hasn't got many cataphracts to now utilize it. He lost all horsemen. So, I think a bit of a dead landmark, really.
Yeah.
Age up complete.
Wait, the longbows should still be able to deny a lot of the gold there.
Yes, yeah, and also they can trade out well against Yeoman. Hobbler's mismatched right now. LaSh, he actually goes to the worker kills instead, so does expose himself. Hobbler's ring of rosies, though. What are coming? So it should be a hold for Mista. If he clears the Lombos, I think he'll be quite happy with that outcome. He will get the kill.
Paling's getting clicked again.
Villagers. Oh, okay, come on. Wait, no, he baits. Wait, what? They're chasing the Yeoman right now. LaSh, he didn't notice. So now he's diving the White Tower. Heavily armored units are going to go down.
A lot of units going down.
This is expensive.
Economy count is still even. One civilization has the manors, of course, but only on 3. The other civilization level 5 cisterns, but doesn't have any farms. And oh my god, that is a lot of value right there.
It's the quick reaction. Still going to be -2. Probably -4, actually, by the end of this, especially if LaSh utilizes the trample. God, remember when these guys used to be slower? All those workers would get away.
You can just actively see him, like, using the formation every now and then. Look, there
yeah. And they dodge the trample perfectly. That's important because otherwise you get body blocked on the retreat, so... We'll get back.
One more.
No.
Oh, nice body block. Oh,
he's got to get in the way.
Okay, can't get it.
Only one crossbow, though, so we'll be able to sneak off. Yeah. Hey, this would be...
First monk.
Like, if he uses Triumph, he could, like, heal 50% of his cavalry army with that.
Could. All 2 cataphracts could get healed up.
Right? I mean, like... And a scalp could get faster in a moment. Ah, the potential here, Krakody.
Limitless potential right there.
Yeah, this is also weird because, like, it means he still has this big nuke to drop. But the mid-game, I find, is usually the point where Triumph feels most awkward. Well, early mid-game, right? Because the idea is, like, once you have full economy, it's a meat grinder, you always have Triumph. But before that, it's so expensive to get new tickets up. Especially considering you want to use it in a fight anyway, right? So it's a very weird one. Like, a way I've described it before is it's just a nuclear threat in the early game. You don't want to press the button because a high-level player will just then avoid the fight.
Yeah, typically, you just have to press it when there's a fight that's unavoidable.
Yeah.
When you're inside of your opponent's base. LaSh, look at that. He's got 1,000 olive oil right now as well. That's a lot of potential, I want to say. A lot of potential military here that he could have.
He's trying to get back towards horsemen. Remember, this is not your mass farm type game. It wasn't a Grand Winery anyway. So, like, it's not the most affordable comp. The idea is right. I like what Mista's doing. Kind of just generically filling the gap, right? You've got crossbows, but also Osgard. I am a little bit worried he's not resolving the Lombo threat, though.
Yeah, he hasn't at all at the moment. He is starting to get more Hobblars in. I'm guessing that he typically just wanted this game to end in Feudal Age. Wasn't able to do so.
Yeah.
Maybe initially... Ideally, he would have gone for college as well. But of course, when your opponent has Castle Age units running towards your base, you're kind of under pressure of getting that White Tower up instead. Yeah, couple more villagers getting sniped yet again. -4 there.
This is the thing. Lombo massing, I mean, the English versus Lancaster, actually, like, English is quite favored at a bunch of different points. They have very strong, powerful pushes into Lancaster. And, like, this is one of the classic ones, right? Even with the old Lancaster castle builds, we were seeing, you know, Lombos just reach in, they find kills for free. It's a big problem here for Mista. You know, the fact that even the White Tower is not protecting him, it doesn't bode well. You can even just see that LaSh is keeping guard on the back gold. He's just looking for the obvious. I mean, Mista, his whole economy thrives off of gold.
Yeah. One of the base. Expensive losses for Mista there. He does have some...
And Krakody, I think your mic is kaputski a bit. I don't know, like, headbutt it. Oh, what good. Just like this Cura Siphon is headbutting into the manners. Mista just giving them over for free as well. I mean, he's prepping for the big fight. He has actually gap closed the military difference here. No Lords is a little bit worrisome, though. Missing out a lot of effective HP. Hobbler raid. Nothing too substantial. Norseman still just raiding. I like the way that LaSh has just been kind of frustrating Mista ever so slightly on these flanks. Burn continues. Just a single Kira Siphon, but this is the beautiful thing, folks. I mean, Kira Siphon is a lot more impactful than Rams 1-for-1. Obviously, it should be a little bit more pricey. It's just the malleability. They flex, they move through these areas much easier. And he's just focusing on the pop block, but Mista's already preempted that. It's up to 170 housing. Oh, Mana's going down. This is a lot of Lombos pretty far up. The problem for LaSh is, you know, if he finds himself slightly overextended. Oh, there we go. We got a Crackety back. All right. You are not... Are you not? You sound fine in Discord. Maybe reconnect. Oh, cool. In the meantime, we'll focus on the impeding fight. I mean, Mista... He's scaling the Hobbler. We have got Lords now, so this is the big thing that's missing for him. But there's just so many Lombos. So he needs to find the perfect position to fight in. Otherwise, his own base can be used as a defensive positioning for LaSh. Okay.
Could be it.
Fantastic. All right, we should have Crackety back. Won't come through on the Abbey Kings. That's going to force Mista's hand. Will to contest. Able to push away. So only crossbows is his backline, which is not great against the Lombos. The horseman count, I mean, kind of non-existent for LaSh, so the Hippodrome value just not there ever. Lords are looking to be sniped down, though, so that's removing the increase in HP. It's kind of maybe a weird fight to stand your ground on, though, because Mass Earl's Guard here are uncounted.
Yeah, only a couple of crossbows, and most of them not there yet at the front line.
It's breaking through. He is sacking his crossbows to do so, but worthwhile if you can clear up his longbow mass, which is exactly what he's doing. I mean, the crazy thing is it wasn't even about the Hobbler in the end. It was just all about the Earl's Guard.
LaSh, still so many resources in the bank here that aren't being spent right now. Goes for some more raids, and he's done impressive damage here. More villagers did go down on the deer at the top side. Mista behind 20 villagers at the moment, which is crazy considering he killed 31. Oh, but LaSh now also losing a ton.
A few. He's got the Mangonel Tower, which should make this difficult for Mista to dive. Yeah, he knows. There's no value trying to take that down. So good news is he can at least pull his whole army back and replenish. He has got the Abbey of Kings. But with this type of worker lead, you know, it's not just the fact it's 63 to 47. You can talk about the man as all you want, but the system scaling at this point is incredibly valuable too.
Yeah. And there are a ton of farms, just a ton of olive groves that just went down inside of LaSh space. So soon that olive grove income should also be coming in handy for LaSh. Right now, it's just about him holding on here at the moment, as he did just lose a major fight, or at least not trade out as much as he needed to.
And props to LaSh. He's always just had these little poke raids at the backside. Time and time again. It's horsemen earlier. Now it's turning into infantry, ranching included. You can see why Mista's been just falling behind gradually.
Yeah, he is trying to invest more into the manors yet again. So 2 more manors until he's going to be fully stacked up there again. Up to 9. Right now, more and more Earl Scouts, but this time around, LaSh is going to have enough crossbows to counter that one out.
Yeah, I mean, he's winning the backline fight now, right? I think for Mista, the goal here is just mass cav. If you realize what he's up against, that is. Because LaSh is definitely winning a ranged warfare. You know, we haven't got this type of game where you talk about the yeoman and sink shot. I don't think that's ever going to be coming in against Lombos.
Yeah.
TC,
I mean, just looking at the overall food income here between the two, like LaSh on 1,700 food per minute, Mista with all the manors in the world still only at 700. Now LaSh is barely gathering gold though, or wood. Mista has gotten beat by a lot on those fronts, but just some army mass, it's a very large difference there as well.
Siege Workshop scouted out with that dive. I mean, correct idea from Mista, right? Like, you're playing against very slow ranged units, so Mangonel play does make a lot of sense, but LaSh now with the foresight of that and the farm set up, it's going to be a Horseman steer. Seriously, these Mangonel tiles are so stupid. I'll never get over it. It's like, oh, wait, what's that? You left? Sorry, we have homing tech. Whoop.
There we go. Got a couple of... Oh man, the Akritoy. Suddenly, these guys are going to do even less damage. Just check out these villagers. See how tanky they are now. +3 armor. Oh wait, we don't have textiles yet, but yeah, that's a lot of armor on them.
Yeah, because I think you get... I don't think you get armor. I think it's just the... Is it not just the damage increase when you get Castle and Akritoy?
I am... Maybe I misremember. I was quite sure that's also armor.
Because I'm pretty sure it's plus
it was
armor
+2.
and feudal. And then damage, and then maybe... Okay, now we don't... We'll never know! GG! Mista behind as LaSh takes the lead.
All right, game number 1. LaSh is going to be able to take that. And House of Lancaster, that was one of these like main civilizations that we've seen Mista just practice a ton after returning from Age of Mythology.
Yeah.
LaSh being able to win that game, that's going to be very valuable here for him in the set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you can see from Mista, right? Like there was a strategy in mind, but it felt like that strategy ended once Castle hit, right? Once that big die failed, that was it. By the way, just confirm, yeah, it's fixed 2 melee and range damage. It doesn't scale. It's the damage that scales. So +1, +2, +3, and then +5. Yeah, I thought so. Because if you think about it, like getting that much armor is kind of nuts. Like 2 is pretty good already.
It is. Maybe I've misremembered then.
Maybe in the early days it was that, and then the devs were like, yeah, this is not a great idea. We need to purge this. But wondering how Mista's going to try to strike back here. I mean, LaSh, I think he played that phenomenally well. It felt like he knew what was coming a mile off, got these cool little raids in, not overcommitting, and also just not falling for the trap. Like, so many players right now with Byzantines are so hyper-fixated on getting castle because it's optimal with the Golden Tower. He knew that that would kill him.
Yeah, the timing was really nice. Like, the timing on when he went for the age up was really good. In between, the macro was a little bit off, but other than that, like, just biding your time, and as you said, like, not falling for the fast castle age, instead just waiting, going for the Limitani, because I think a lot of players would not have gone for Limitani play, but just try to force the age up into castle age before getting any Limitani out on the field. That would have killed him.
Props to him. The best of 3 gets him a big advantage here. A reminder, by the way, guys, we're nowhere near done with this little area of the bracket. I think this is quarterfinals, right? Yeah, so still plenty of games to come. A little update on other things. I think we've got semifinals between Voldemort and Jif currently going on. Sort of's waiting for an opponent in semifinals, possibly Myriad or Super Efim. Could see another Age of Myth guy. Dumu versus Mahodo. We've got Scarlet Devil waiting for an opponent between Numidan and LQ Tuan, who I remember that name. I think he's quite a high-ranking Chinese player. And then Recon versus Ezra still going on to see who's going to face off against MSN. SAS versus Core happening in the semifinals. And also Lucifron versus Elyona on the other side of that same bracket.
There we go. So quite some stacked games going on here at the moment.
Yeah, and obviously there's an opportunity to get in tomorrow as well. But when you think of the caliber of players here, like, I mean, a lot of them won't be happy with, right? Like Dumu, Lucifron should be obvious ones in a lot of people's minds. But sort of, dude, I got to give that guy credit. He's grinded more games on the ladder this season than any other player. He is in full grind mode, and he's been catching up at a remarkable rate.
Yes, most definitely. Like, sort of, he is putting in the hours, like, just practicing with whatever practice partner he can get, getting his sleep schedule adjusted to EGC times and stuff like that. Yeah, just, I want to say, like, real professional approch to the game overall, and it shows. Like, it's paying off for him. Like, performance wise, he's been climbing not just on the ladder but also performing better and better in these custom games as well, getting a better grasp of the meta, and yeah, just overall incredible improvements time and time again.
Yeah, and then you got Core, who beat Anatan in a best of 5 yesterday, right? That's an interesting one to think about up against Lucifron. And then of course we can't forget Voldemort, who's just been having a phenomenal last few weeks, you know, qualifying to King of Rockies, great performances all around. In the EWC tournament, he was able to get a 3-2 scoreline against Marine Lord. So, like, you know, I'd say this event is not as obvious as it normally would be who's going to crack through in the first qualifier.
Yeah, it's very tough to call. Very tough to call. Just because the skills right now between these top players is very close. And I mean, just we saw the bracket earlier, and just from looking at it, it is very tough to call who is ultimately going to be able to qualify today. As you said, we still have tomorrow. That's another chance for players to qualify. Yeah, it's very interesting right now with the meta as well. Like, we're in such a weird interim, I want to say, with the meta and where it's going at the moment. Yeah, I see a lot of Mista fans in the chat there.
Why are you even responding to that, Crackety? Why?
Oh, did I respond to that?
It's gone now. Just give it a few seconds.
Get that out of your head.
Like we see someone like tapping in the streets, like, you know, like they're like freaking needle and you don't respond to it. Just walk on, Crackety. Walk on.
Just walk on. Yeah, that didn't exist. Nothing existed there. Nobody wrote anything in chat there for that at the moment. But yeah, we're in a very interesting situation, I want to say, with the meta, where it's going. We clearly have the tendencies of players wanting to go away from the pro scouting meta, from the fast castle age meta, and we do see a lot of players just like experimenting, trying to innovate and trying to create metas that like go in a different direction, utilize different gaming approaches there. I feel at the moment we're just missing like that one teeny tiny patch there that would push them over the edge to like other strategies. For the time being, pro scouting in most situations for a lot of civilizations still reigns supreme, and when it comes to fast castle age strategies and especially cavalry, I want to say like the most prolific army compositions at the moment is cav and archers. Just
yeah,
you get there pretty much with any civilizations and it performs really well. And yeah, it's been a while since we've seen some change there in the meta, and I'm looking forward to the next big patch there.
The cool thing is, like, I have been seeing some spear builds now, right? There are these flood timings that some players have been experimenting with, so like there might be a spear spam meta back on the horizon. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, considering like there's a fair argument that based on the statistics, the cost of them, the damage, etc., like spears are the most efficient unit in the game and always have been. Just obviously it's always been challenging for them to shine through, because I feel like for the longest time we've been in an archer meta, you know what I mean? Like archers have always felt great for a very long time.
Don't let the Canadian brothers hear that. They're gonna give you an earful of how spearmen have always been the strongest unit in the game, and
that's true, and then crossbows are the worst.
It's because archers don't have torches. It's because archers don't have torches. They should give archers and crossbows torches. Then it's going to be balanced. Yeah.
That's true. I mean, like, what kind of idiot comes in and starts shooting a building? Like, oh, wow, if we shoot enough arrows, then, like, physics dictates that, like, the foundation will crumble and we will have defeated the... I think that's how shooting 1,500 shots into a building works. It must be. Anyway, I don't know what else would. Wait. See, this is why. See, I'm going to respond to this now because we've got a little bit of a break while Mista just tills the farms. Killer Pigeon putting UK on the map. We're on the map? I don't know when that happened.
Like, I can't see them on the EU map.
Give some credit. Recon, Dumu, he's Swedish as well now. Myriad, he's Hungarian, but we've adopted him.
Swedish as well now.
That's my favorite one when you get Myriad versus Dumu, which we might get, right? It's like you've got the Brit who became a Swede, and you've got the Hungarian who's basically a Brit.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, you saying he's a Swede as well, that sounds like an infection. They're just all turning Swedish, man.
They are. It's something about the Scandinavian blood, you know? Like, it just empowers them. I mean, sort of. Another Swede. More Korean these days, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's...
He's like, you know, have you ever met sort of? He's a really big guy as well. He's got the, really? You know, the typical Swedish build where he's very tall and well built. I must tower around in Korea.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden is just also a beautiful country. I was there once on vacation. Beautiful.
It's very weird. So that was the first place I ever went when I started traveling for esports. and it was very polarizing because you go into Stockholm and you have the old city, and it's full kind of like, Gothic theme, right?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's orderly. That's how things should look. Whereas you go to the UK and it's just kind of like impressionist painting where you're just splattering crap on a canvas, right? Because like we had the bombings in World War II, so you've got like, oh yeah, that was built in the 19th century, that was built in the 14th century, that was built yesterday, that was built in the 20th century. Like there's no coherency in London. It's just, we have room, let's erect some crap. The building that's 12 centuries old finally died.
Yeah, it's the same here. You could go through like the old cities and be like, oh yeah, that's been bombed, that's been bombed, that's been bombed. Funnily enough, going through nobody tell the city, but there's actually a house in possession of my family that is the oldest house in the city that they don't know. Don't want to have that under like the special status, because then there's some other complications there. But it's like from 1800. Not 1800, 800. 800.
800. Okay, that was like 1800. I think 800 is crazy. Holy crap, that thing's gonna crumble. 800.
Yeah, it's actively crumbling. And there was a dude recently like to restore some stuff, and he found like shells from World Wars and like entry holes from cannons, not bombs, but cannon fire. That's fun. God
damn. All right, yeah, I can't beat that. Like, I think I'm just like I don't know why that just made me think of Fallout with the the town where they build it around a nuke that hasn't gone off.
That's the best spot to build the town, yeah.
Yeah, like it'll keep us warm for the radioactive winter. But we finally have a timer. Mr. LaSh, they have committed. It's going to be Mongols versus Japan. Japanese, not the worst pick in the world here, Crackety, but we've seen it once today. It does kind of feel like this map was born for Mongols.
Yeah, excavation. The synergy there is quite nice. Japan here on the other side. I talked about earlier as well how there's the chance for synergy. Chances are, though, it's not going to be as strong of one, but once it comes in theory, you only need just a single villager in one of the excavation sites as well, in order to be able to at least get to tier 2 relatively quick-ish. And then your farms are already like really strong. Like you're getting a ton of food that way. It's going to be an interesting fight, I want to say. Yeah, I'm not sure how this one's going to go. It's like 2 synergies, but Mongols obviously putting on pressure a lot quicker here than Japan can really muster something in defense for.
Yeah. I think it's tricky as well, because like you don't really want a Dark Age open as Japan here, right? Because like Mongols will get the Uvu, they will be delayed in their racks, but then they double produce. And then you always get the back spawn on the excavation, right? So you can just guarantee an extra 60 stone. I think that detail makes Japanese Dark Age very hard to win on this map. But we should be able to find out. It is finally time. We are ready to hop into game number 2. LaSh leading in this best of 3 against the Age of Mythology legend, the Mista himself. The Mista, the prime pick of Mongols, is going to try to put himself on that scoreboard.
And look at the spawn here from Mista. Very nice spawn. Has the gold and the stone. Well, almost the gold as well, in range of TC. But everything relatively close to TC, so very nice there.
Look at the deer spawn as well. Oh my god.
Just to left side, yeah?
Yeah, like if you have map control, you're just moving there quickly, right? Like
we have to start with
mating
3
season.
villagers. Yeah, we have to start with 3 villagers again from LaSh on gold, so doesn't want to commit anything to Dark Age. Instead, just wants to skip that part as quickly as possible. 4th
nice place
villager now as well.
Too. Yeah, like this, if it comes down to it, this is a great place to anchor an outpost to protect both the berries and the gold.
I'm surprised by the 4th villager on gold, though.
Yeah, maybe he's paranoid it's going to come in, and he knows he can protect the farmhouse because it should be in TC range, but he wouldn't be able to protect the forge, right? So just get it done, get it out.
Okay, we're getting the barracks in now. I think like...
Could LaSh have been Tawara with this type of build? I feel like you actually could have justified Tawara, right?
Yeah, I agree. Like a Tawara here now with the villagers close to gold, like he can decide like if Tawara is worth it or not very easily with the villagers being that close to it.
Yeah, Kind of feels wasteful not to, especially considering he's got, what, 3 on the berries now? Definitely gives you a much better gathering rate, where, right? It's an extra about, I think it ends up being an extra 0.15, which means that you go up to the gathering rate of deer with level 1 wheelbarrow from Japan.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good deal.
It's very quick. And especially important to get it early on, because you're not sure whether you're going to have access to the berries in the interim and feudal age.
Exactly. It's taking risky resources. I mean, it's the same thing that just makes it a natural benefit for the Abbasis, Delhi, etc. Right? It's the more risky resources, the better gathering rate. Like, there's no downside, really. And yeah, now he gets Tawara.
That's still late. I guess he was just conflicted about it, but that's the issue. When you're like conflicted about these things, then it's just wasted efficiency.
Yeah, and Kuro 5. How much is wheelbarrow 2? Has he got enough gold for that straight away?
It's 150, I believe.
Yeah, so
100 gold and 50 wood.
So he's just sitting on 50 extra gold for nothing then.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, Kuro on the way. I set up nicely for the first farms, just spawn right next to the TC. Sheep count looks decentish, but I think Mista got more. Which would be expected here, considering the Khan gives you more movement speed.
He's got a good bunch there inside the base, yeah.
14. Yeah, it's frustrating
also
sometimes.
Fairly even. Yeah. And we do have a similar play here from Mista to what we saw from Jondo earlier, using the Spearman just to capture up the runes. Not actually going for any Dark Age aggression, but rather just really going for the bonus stone gathering.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous inflation of economy at this stage of the game. It just gets put straight into action. Now, I wonder, is Mista the type of guy that would think Silver Tree? Like, historically, it fits the lad, but I don't think you need it on this map.
You could, but it would delay your timing so... No!
Wait, the TC? Wait,
Oh, he's double? Is he going to double produce villagers?
He's double producing villages. We're getting that build. Yes! Okay, this is cool.
For a second, I was like, he misclicked, but no.
No, we're safe. So the idea here is once you have like 4 of these camps hooked up with villagers inside, you get enough stone gen to double produce all the way constantly. It's 2 TC build at that stage.
Huh. Oh, so he's trying to decap? Okay,
it's not going to work.
I'm going to go over there.
Yeah. It just takes so long. Remember, the decap speed of these point of interest scales based on number of units in range. And even if you got it low, like what Mista could do is just ungarrison the villager for a few seconds so that he can get in. And there we go. Yumi opening. Okay.
Yumi and Spearman, from the looks of it.
I mean, it should just be Mista going into Keshix is usually the norm here. But maybe with the 2 TC approach that he's going for, right, with that 1 TC double production, maybe he just goes archers instead.
Maybe. It's kind of weird now, because now he's going to need another Gur. Or he moves the TC again. It's going to be another Gur.
Yeah. It's like at this stage, I don't think you want to move that TC. Like, it just, without pack up, any movement feels painful.
Yeah, it takes a long time. But look at that. He already has a villager lead, like a sizable villager lead at this point in time.
He has, like, I mean, he'll double produce again, and then he's 10% up on economy, right? Like, that's just kind of crazy to think about at 6 minutes in.
Yeah. LaSh is just now starting to capture the first rune in the back of his base as well.
Yeah,
so we'll
nice
slowly
for him.
start getting some stone in there.
I mean, he needs it as well, right? Because, like, this isn't the type of build where you're rushing castles, so you're not going to have that much gold quickly to get into your daimyo level 1. And this Yumi timing, like, you need that buff damage. Otherwise, if you run into Archer and Archer, you're just heavily disadvantaged.
Some walls coming in as well, just in case there were Keshiks there, in order to cut that mobility bonus of them. And there we go, archers now coming in. Are they being double produced, though, is the question here. Like, look at how much stone Mista's getting in behind this.
You have to imagine.
Not double producing
okay.
yet.
He's just saving it all for double villager production.
That's
Yeah.
very interesting, yeah.
Because look at the number. Look, he's going to have it again. It's perfect.
He's doing it, yeah. It's just mass villagers. He's already 5 ahead.
Yeah. Because you're getting 124, right? So you can at least double produce every 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And Mista, can we check his vision? Because I don't think he scouted the final Forgotten Ruins. Because he can make this better. Yeah, he didn't. That's a little bit of a blunder there. He didn't scout the west side one. Because if you capture that one up, that's another 60 stone. So like you can almost be a permanent uptime of double production. Because actually you go 340 and you need I think it ends up being 372 to always produce double villagers.
Yeah. Makes sense, just 124.
Yeah, it used to be 150.
There. It's so weird. It's so weird that it's 24. Like, why not 25?
I know, right? I was like, why have we chosen this number? Like 120 or 125? Like, at least then it's a percentile increase.
Yeah.
Unless secretly villages have always cost 49.5 and we just didn't realize it.
They've just been lying to us the entire time.
Right? Like this is where they get you, okay? Like, you know, like, oh, it's only like 10 cents. Yeah, but if it's 10 cents on 2 million of you, that's a lot of money.
LaSh, though, he's starting to build up a military force, and this time around he does have the Yumi Bannerman with him as well. Upgrades already coming in for Mista, though. I'm wondering if Mista pays attention to the runes and makes sure that his villagers don't, like, excavate the entire relic. It's
important, right? Like, I mean, you could eventually use this relic well, but like, there's definitely more value in keeping the stone going. And we already saw once today in Jean Doe's game where he just forgot to ungarrison them, right? So he ended up turfing up 3 relics. Didn't matter because H-Ryu just stomped out, but like, it's almost like you're inviting a comeback opportunity, something to aim for. But LaSh now aiming for those runes, so I guess they will refresh because that villager is not safe.
Definitely not. Look at how quickly that's going to happen. But we do have the same thing happening on the other side. Oh, Mista. He's letting his villager die and not taking LaSh's villager in return.
What? I'm a little bit surprised by that. I mean, in fairness, LaSh now does have horsemen queued up, but Steel Arrow was on the way for Mista.
Not choice, for sure. LaSh slowly but surely is also getting to the point where he can think about like just 2 more minutes and he's going to be able to go for the next time you upgrade.
Yeah, but look at the eco. Like, this is what's worrying me, is like LaSh is most definitely on the clock here because Mista is just inflating worker count. But then after he's done with that, all this extra stone can go into helping him catch up on the military count.
Oh, he excavated the relic in the back.
Oh, no.
Suddenly there's only 1 rune working for him.
I actually wonder if Mista knows and he just thinks that it's an exploit that isn't allowed.
Could be. Could be. Oh.
Archers?
Yumi up against the normal archers.
That's not a great fight for LaSh. It's just ridiculous, right? Like, you think you have the advantage. Like, Yumi discount allows Japan to just get ahead on the count so much, but you're just seeing the impact of these forgotten runes.
Yeah, but the archers also, like, the Yumi archers also just lack health there as well, so it's just easier to kill them as well. So in even numbers, you still have to be really, really careful.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, but you normally, against Mongols in particular, around like 12 minutes, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll be ahead on Yumi, right? Like you feel like you can confidently achieve that. Usually Mongol players end up adding in Keshiks to diversify, but hasn't been the case here.
We have an outpost coming up in the base. Now I think Mista is starting to think about going for a potential age up now. Doesn't want to stick around in feudal age for too much longer.
No, this is going to be Kurotai.
I'm not sure if he's thinking about the same thing.
I think there's a very clear win con here for Mista with Kurotai. Like, this is the perfect army, right?
Yeah, we're now getting the next time you upgrade in. So maybe with the next time you could get some Uma Beneman for a dive, like 2 Uma Beneman. Could be like just a big frontline there for him. 190 HP. Wait, actually, was it 190 or 230? 190 is normal feudal age 9 HP, so they should have 230.
Yeah, I think it's 230. They are ridiculously... It's either 230 or 210 in the feudal age.
Yeah, it's a lot of health either way.
I think it's 230 and then it goes 270. But like the trade-off is they have lower damage than the standard knights, only a little bit. Yeah, this is, I don't know, this has me really worried, right? It's like, the other thing to keep in mind is like if you're opening as many of those Uma Bannermen to buy time or you're going knights, this stone, he's at least now gone, right? But I think he just ID'd the western side, so he's going to start trying to get Stone Gen online again.
It's very far away though, so definitely risky. But yeah, both players right now just thinking about going for that castle age next.
I'm just thinking about how much easier this game is if Mista just didn't excavate the relics. Because...
It'd definitely be a lot easier for him. I had so many units there that he's not getting now.
Well, it's also the transition, right? It's like if you're worried about castle and castle, you're worried about the Mount Samurai. It gets you to crossbow count so quickly. But he goes step readout, so not going to have that crow type buff for a big fight. He's just trying to play the numbers game.
Yeah. Loading gate now coming in. LaSh does have a good amount of gold remaining with the age up, so that's going to be a couple of knights immediately. Step right out. I mean, it's tough to say who it is ultimately going to be favoring. The relics are always in the back here with the runes from the two players, at least the first two relics. So it's going to be tough for LaSh to like steal relics from Mista and vice versa.
But there's a way.
There's definitely a way.
Be a long way around though. So Mista, I wonder if he actually just straight up goes for them in a rush now that he's excavated them. I mean, it's obviously more organic for LaSh, right? With Golden Gate, you just end up, Flint Gate rather, you just end up with guys straight away to go pick them up.
Oh, LaSh with the deer in the back here. Does have a nice time eating from them.
Do you just love how much more... I mean, love, but like it's quite funny just how much more calm and zen-like this game's been compared to game one. That felt like LaSh was sweating in his seat constantly as Mista just kept trying to hit him, right? Like you see that LaSh is more content to just kind of pull this to the later phase.
This is
Mista
but this is very weird at the same time because like LaSh, I think LaSh right now is very confused as to what his own win condition is, and he doesn't know, and he's just kind of like waiting for something to happen. I think the wrong thing can happen here because we know Mongols, right? Like Mongols, if they just suddenly go Imperial Age, then suddenly you find yourself facing off against units that you might not want to find yourself facing off against.
Well, are you suggesting that there might be a quick thing to wipe all these Yumi? He wouldn't roll 3 of them in a row.
Definitely not. Unless...
You know, I had a game where a guy rolled, I think it was 4 Warrior Monks in a row and 3 Hui Hui Pals, and he still won.
Oh yeah, I've had that before.
That's impressive. That's playing Mongols on hard mode. Well, let's say harder mode. I mean, you have chosen to rush Imperial's Mongols.
Mongols are an interesting civ in many different ways.
It's weird, right? Like, the Mongol Imp Rush is the dirtiest thing you can do right now. But it's like...
There's a villager going in the wrong direction. Oh, no,
I don't know what you're on about. Perfect direction to escape. They didn't see a thing.
You juked him. Easy.
You want Shinobi in this game. That is the Shinobi.
For all the little worker kills that LaSh has gotten here and there, he's still not ahead in workers thanks to double production from Mista. So that's definitely still a big upside here for Mista.
Archer's now, though, looking for the contest. Remember, he has got the move speed. He's actually quicker than Yumi here. We've got crossbowmen starting to come through for Mista that'll slow down the formation. That should maybe allow LaSh to think about breaking away, but the maneuver speed arrow. Mista quickly giving chase here. First, the Keshiks to lead in. We'll scare him back. I mean, LaSh, it just feels like he's more and more reliant on Yumi. Mount Samurai needs to be his win con, and in fairness to him, Mista's quite slow on getting the crossbow count up.
Yeah, and also these little raids here with the horseman, he's been able to force a lot of idle time. And honestly, these are horseman numbers where Mista could just pull the villagers and just kill the horseman.
I mean, he's got the deer, he's got the berries. The other thing is, because Mista is so focused on the main fight, LaSh is able to play wide eco without risk. Keshik's just getting melted.
Yeah, these trade-outs at the moment definitely not the best here for Mista. Now also
Everything's just getting one hit. It's just, yeah, you're not seeing any like awkward situation where your bulk's too small that you just end up needing a second shot, right? Really frustrating for him to deal with. And also, like, you need to be careful, right? Because like, they said they fixed it, but I don't think they did, right? The bannerman bug is still in.
Yes, I believe it's still in but it only affects infantry. So if a Yumi Bannerman dies while there's still another Yumi Bannerman alive, you're actually getting 2 buffs to your nearby Yumi archers when it comes to the attack damage.
Which is interesting because LaSh is going double Uma, which doesn't get affected by that.
Yeah. But this is a very bad trade here at the moment for Mista to take. He barely has military.
LaSh.
What's he doing?
Yeah, I don't know. He's being forced, it feels like. LaSh is just shoehorning his way in, wipes the crossbows and backs away. He knows Archer and Archer not a good trade, but the crossbow's definitely worth it. Now the Horseman queued up behind this. I mean, it's weird because we thought Mista would be the one trying to steer Horseman against Yumi. He's going to get beamed to that punchline. And he's struggling to compete on the food now.
Yeah, and he's just losing more and more villagers here behind this to just a couple of Horsemen. Just not enough of a reaction here. The couple of Spearmen that he had in the back also, like, they were just Dark Age Spearmen. They weren't even upgrade to Hardened.
I'm smelling a 2-0, man. Like, LaSh is in a really good position with the upcoming plays, right? Like, Mista is overburdened on wood, which means we're probably going to see him just double down on archers, while your opponent's switching horsemen and you don't know about it.
Yeah, food-wise, Mista has been having a lot of issues here as well. He's down to just less than 300 food per minute here. But he's got 1,000 wood. Like, just a couple of pastures would definitely fix that problem here for him. Instead, he's been, like, idling himself on the deer time and time again, but now he is starting to get some income there on the deer. So should see a good surplus of food here in just a little bit. The question is, though, is this going to be enough? Like, he needs to mass up military quite quickly here. It's getting more crossbows in, but the front line is looking rather thin.
Yeah, and also LaSh, the amount of stone gathering, he's maxing out on the farms. All right, so he's going to get quite a bit of inflation in the next 2-3 minutes. Whereas Mista, as you highlighted, he doesn't have that permanence of food. He's got a good burst now on the deer. But once that runs out, you still have to worry about pastures. You still have to worry about that switch.
Yeah. Ooh, gun from Mista as well, so he's not really getting any stone at all.
Which is crazy to see on a map where you could easily achieve infinite stone. Horseman, do reveal. LaSh actually decided against committing deeper into it. Like, that's weird. He went back to Samurai here, which... Now Mista, with more crossbow coming, is going to be happy to see that. As the military lead now, also starting to find some raids. LaSh jumps in towards the deer again. We'll get a kill, gets out.
Mista's still ahead in the village department, but barely. I feel like if he can make his way to Imperial Age from this position now, where the army difference isn't like gigantic, maybe get like one more outpost in with the Springle placement, that would be a win condition for him.
I am worried about the gold with that idea, though, at this rate. I guess he could anchor himself on the front side. He'd have to, right? Because he's tapping the back gold, and his starting gold can't have much left on it either, right? So, like, everything else is either wide or in the center.
Yeah. I mean, he would still be getting, like, elite units from the Kaganet, so...
Definitely.
I don't think gold is, like, the biggest issue. Eventually, you're going to have an elite army.
And Mount Samurai hopping in. No sprint on placements on the back goal. A little bit surprising there, considering he's got on the deer. Now, jumps in for the clash. Yumi from LaSh just trying to take out those crossbows. He's optimizing for it. Keeps his Mount Samurai alive for longer as a result of that. Most Yumi have been discarded here.
Yeah, it's not a lot of them, and there's still enough crossbows to make sure that their knights are getting dealt with. So in the end, Mista is going to be able to hold with relative ease.
Now, hold on a sec. I don't think LaSh done the Yorishiro drop TC, which is, I feel like, becoming quite standard for Japan. Okay, no, he has. Okay, it just doesn't look like it, right? Because Mista, he must still be double producing.
Yeah. No, he hasn't been double producing. I think LaSh has just been idling his TC every now and then.
Okay, yeah.
It's like the one habit that he can't get rid of.
I've seen it for so many people. I mean, like our lad Cal, like I remember when he entered the KPMM, it's like he played a really solid game, and I think the thing that caught him is like when you're trying to be so optimal that you only queue up one villager at a time, sort of thing, right? It's tricky to get over that hurdle.
You know, this game, it's not the newest. The technology isn't there for auto villager queuing.
Whoa, wait, really?
I don't think the engine. I don't think the engine would support it. I think the engine would just break.
Oh, like maybe it causes a memory leak. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
You want me to keep an eye on when you need villagers? Nah.
Memory leaks in this game? Never.
All that foliage? Nah, optimized perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, nice decap there.
creeps it in.
Mista, he's not thinking about Imperial Age. I'm not sure if he knows about just the strength of the Kaganate. Legitimately.
It's also the weird thing about this, like every time it looks like Mista's inching ahead off of a fight, LaSh always catches up. Like his income has been impressive, especially when he's up against Step Redoubt.
Yeah. So right now it's still just Yumi and Mass Mounted Samurai, and he's been getting a lot of Mounted Samurai, and we're up to 16 of them now. With some horsemen as well.
We've got Yumi Bannerman as well.
Ooh.
Flash coming in. Attack speed gets activated, but the gold workers are on the front line right now. He's not pulling them away. And the Mountain Samurai have already reached them. That's a quick kill. Horseman.
He's just using them as a meat shield.
Yeah, but it's not working. He's still losing the fight. Look at the count. 39 to 61. LaSh, he's looking to break him. He's now 10 eco units ahead. The Step Redoubt hasn't even deployed. It won't be allowed to. He's going to run him out of town. And it looks like a 2-0 victory for LaSh, which is crazy to say when you say the name TheMista is on the other side.
There it is. More villagers getting pulled forward, but only
more
thing
shield
that they're going to find is the end of their lives here. GG gets called, and LaSh takes the victory 2-0.
Fantastically well played up against Mongols that are absolute bullies on this map. Just a great understanding. Like you said it yourself, LaSh, it kind of felt like, okay, am I ahead? Am I not ahead? It's very hard to tell on this map because of that stone gen. But I love the patience and fortitude he had. You know, never overextending, kind of just checking in regularly. He didn't want to allow that fast imp build to potentially happen. And Mista, I know I'll be looking back at this. I wonder if you'll think that the fast imp play would have been better. The other big thing, either way, I think is the relics, right? Like that stone gen. His game looked so good up until the point where he turfed them up. From there, it just felt like LaSh was edging into a better and better position.
Yeah, agreed. Just slight things here and there, right? Like with the villager, you can take a look at the economy count every now and then. You just notice the line that's a little bit flat here and there. But the raids, LaSh just being very active with the raids, Mista not having outposts on the gold in time, and here and there just getting idled out a ton. Like there was just so much idle time in this game being caused by LaSh with these raids.
Absolutely. Well played, Serious by him. Even in the first game, right? Like we saw that same thing. He was on point with his raids. I'm impressed. I think LaSh, he can be a bit chaotic at times, but I think I've historically felt like he was a little bit more following the meta, and I think he liked that mid game. Something I've noticed in recent weeks is I feel like LaSh has tried to level up his raiding. Feels like that practice with sort of is paying off because, you know, if I had
sort
to...
is a prolific raider.
He is. Like, when he came back, the first thing I said is, like, if you want to compare him to any existing player, you say Lucifron straight away, right? So, like, I think that was maybe one of LaSh's weak points. So amplifying that is going to do wonders for his gameplay long term.